Okay, so it has been some time since the last video was uploaded on this channel. A lot has happened in this small short span of time, but this video is to just share my learnings of working at a startup straight out of college. And if I never shared, I work at Leap.club. So the first learning is that if you're trying to solve some hard problem, the way to go about it is that first you have to be very calm to just understand what is currently happening in the situation or the system, what is currently happening, to understand the variables that are at play and everything that is currently happening. Once you understand that, what you have to do is you have to ask questions on how to get to the desired outcome. If you want to go from A to B, you have to ask questions sort of based on whatever you have understood, like how do I go from this point to this point. And you have to keep asking the questions from all the angles until you hit that right question. And that is when the magic happens. When you ask the right question, the answer is just waiting in front of you. And this happened to me one time when my manager I was trying to solve some problem, make something that we had never made. We needed to make that, and it was sort of challenging. And then he sort of asks me one question, like, what if you do it like this? And it is magical, because I say it is magical because it's sort of you see that a veil of sort of ignorance is being lifted off from your eyes, and that is very beautiful. And I think that is why people fall in love with solving hard problems, because it just feels like a different high that you get when you solve something like that. The second learning would be to move fast or to execute fast to learn. Talking about me personally, I've had a lot of project ideas that I wanted to work upon, but I've only worked on very few of those, because a lot of others I've just rejected by overthinking and arriving at a point which says that, okay, this is why this will not work. But what I've learned, and is the right thing to do, is to make the smallest version, or the version of your idea that takes the least effort to make, and helps validate that idea. That is how you definitely know, based on some truth, that whether you should work on it or not. At Leap, we do this plus we do it super fast, and this helps us to sort of know what is the right thing to make that would really help users, and then we just ship it. And if we see that, okay, this is not working, this is not this is not giving us the right signal, we just discard it and iterate. It's like a child learning how to walk and falling bunch of times, iterating to arrive at the right way to walk. I guess the most natural way of learning is by making mistakes. So if we are able to accelerate this process of iterating, we could just be the fastest to learn and eventually arrive at the right answer. So this is something really helpful that I've learned working here. Third learning would be, and this might help people too, that if you do what you find purpose in, or see meaning in, then it does not feel like work. At Leap, we are a relatively small but very ambitious team, so we have big goals, and I constantly see people constantly doing things to their and getting things to their completion with the fullest of their energy, and not because they have to, but because they love doing it. And to someone who is looking from outside, it might look like, oh, they're working so hard, and hardworking people, and that is true. They are really hardworking people, but the thing that makes the difference is that they love doing it. And I think startups with most number of such people who love doing what they do have the most chance of doing great things, because and I say most chance of doing great things because there are a lot of other factors that play too. The best thing is that our team is filled with such people, and they bring the best out of you, and it's fun to work with them. It's competitive, it's fun, it's lovely to work with people who love what they do, I guess. The fourth learning would be to never limit yourself to a label, and just do whatever needs to be done. This is one of the perks of working at a startup. You do everything that needs to be done, from writing code for members to helping them park their cars at one of our events. It's a beautiful experience that you get to have when you work at a startup. Coming to the last point, I thought about this a lot, but there are definitely a lot of learnings. But the last learning I want to share is that just to be here every single day, witnessing how something is being built from nothing to something, from 0 to 1, that in itself is a experience in itself, is a encyclopedia of learning in itself. Just to be here and watch and learn how things are being built, and I think that is the most important learning one could ever have if you work at a startup. Some folks at Leap here were super early employees at Zomato. Some have built tech for a larger scale of people, and hearing their stories sort of brightens the eyes of us, some younger folks here who are at Leap, and that in itself is also something really beautiful that I want to share. Okay, so these were some of the learnings that I've had and just wanted to share. But before I end this video, I just wanted to also say that even though I'm far away from home, I've found such amazing people at Leap here that Leap also feels like home. It does not feel like I'm going to just go work or going to mundane school or something. It feels like home. We are building, we're having fun, and these are some clips. Please enjoy, and thanks for watching. Thanks for your time.
But we had to part. He was telling that he had to part with creative differences.
This is good book.
दियो क्या है वो? और नीचे का नीचे
हो गया
हो गया
गुरु दो
किसके पास?
हमारे बीच ये उल्टा लिखा है कि मेरे को उल्टा लिख रहा है? कोफ चढ़ गई है क्या? भाई बच गए भाई।
Expect your next steps. Keep them always guessing. Right. Just phone for that. पर हम लोग वेट नहीं करते ना.
आश्रय
Go for it. Bye.
video
But still, Leap Club is there.